to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get...
Hi besties, welcome back to another video. I am so excited that you're here. I can't wait to spend the day together. Today's gonna be a realistic what I eat in a day. A lot of the foods and things I've been eating have shifted a lot from my past what I eat in a day video, which was about 3 weeks ago. I'll get into all of those details in a second, but I hope you never forget how valuable you are, how blessed this world is to have you. Don't ever forget that. You're amazing, you're loved. And I'm so grateful that you're here and you're spending the day with me. Let's have a great day.
Lately I've been low down, losing all control. Henny with the soda, I've been on a roll. Life been taking toll, I just wanna roam. I've been running from them bad days, trying to take it slower.
If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have a lot of energy. I try to be very optimistic because nobody wants to watch a Debbie Downer all of the time. And it's also just the person that I try to embody. I want to be love. I want to be light. I want to be high energy and fun, but I also want to be very realistic. Let me take a sip of tea so we can get into it. I'm sipping tea while I'm giving you guys the tea. That's kind of funny. As you guys know, I'm in a relationship with Nick, and we decided together that it would be best for me to go on some form of birth control. If we're really spilling the tea, in college, I decided to be celibate. And so I started developing a really strong relationship with God. I still have a strong relationship with God. I just know that Nick's my person. And so with that, you know, with him being my person, we decided to do person things. But long story short, ended up deciding after doing a lot of research and talking to doctors and talking to a lot of friends who already are on IUDs, I decided to get one. My camera died, but we're back, no worries. I'm pretty sure I was explaining which IUD I have, which is the Mirena. It lasts for up to 5 years. And what this does is it's a hormonal IUD that releases progesterone into my uterus. And that's pretty much gonna stop the sperm from meeting my eggs, which means no babies being made, which is good for us right now. It's been a couple weeks now since having it inserted. And honestly, I've been struggling a lot with bloatedness. It's so annoying, but I feel like you have to caveat everything you say on YouTube because people sometimes take you out of context. By no means do I think I'm fat or out of shape or anything. I am simply just noticing changes in my body, and I strive to be shredded and to be fit. And so for me, getting the IUD and then putting on weight and then kind of seeing my hormones just go out of whack, like my energy levels, my bloatedness. The last thing, I didn't know if I was going to mention this, honestly, because it's kind of gross, but I've had this cyst on my chest since like high school, and I had my doctors check it out. They said it's completely normal. It's a sebaceous cyst, so that means it's not cancerous. You can either remove it or just kind of keep it if it's not really bothering you. And at the time, it was really small, so I decided to keep it. And then, again, I got this IUD, and this thing has, like, grown, and it's like, honestly, like, right here on my chest. I'm not even going to show you guys because if I was watching, I would not want to see it. But it's disgusting, honestly. It hurts and it's really, really painful. Like 2 nights ago, I couldn't even fall asleep because no matter how I moved, it was just hurting so bad. And so I actually have an appointment later this week to get it completely removed. They think it's infected. After working myself into a frenzy and crying for 30 minutes and then doing more research, I spoke with my doctor again, and she said that she now does think that my body's reacting to the IUD. And this is the challenging part. She was like, I didn't know your body would react this way. you didn't know your body would react this way. And even like when I go and ask all my friends, like, oh, did this work for you? Like, did you take the pill or do an IUD? Did you take the pill or do an IUD? And they're like, oh, I did an IUD. It worked great for me. That's amazing that it works great for them, but you can't always tell what's going to work for you based on what works for other people. Before I spoke with my doctor, I ran to Target because I'm like, it's time to heal myself. I literally grabbed all of these vitamins that I'm going to show you guys and just kind of like chat through what vitamins I purchased. The first thing I purchased is iron. This honestly has nothing to do with the IUD. I just have an iron deficiency and I was already buying everything at the store. So I'm like, might as well get my iron pills. I don't know how I was operating without iron. Like, I'm extremely iron deficient and I've known this for a really long time. Iron's been helping me with my energy. I got a new thing of pre and probiotics. This is gonna help with gut health and hopefully with the bloating. I take prenatal vitamins because I watched this YouTuber who was pregnant. It's kind of funny because I'm sitting here complaining about my birth control as I'm taking prenatal vitamins. Like, the irony. Prenatal vitamins are like one of the best multivitamins out there for you. So, I had to hop on that bandwagon. I'm not pregnant, nor do I want to be pregnant. To help with my hormones being completely out of whack and my bloating being ridiculous, I purchased this. I also got this vaginal balance. I'm not gonna lie, by this point, I was just grabbing everything in the store and I don't really have urinary tract infections or like have problems with that, but I was like, you know what, everything else is out of whack, I might as well buy this too. One of the side effects I've been having is a very big drop in my libido. I purchased magnesium and then the In the Mood by Ray, which is going to stimulate and help fuel your desires. In summary, my hormones have been out of whack ever since getting this IUD and spoke with my doctor. Really, we just have to give it more time, which I kind of figured was going to be the end result in a lot of this. But in the meantime, I am trying to do a lot more natural remedies and just cure myself in that holistic way. Taking more magnesium or taking more of these pre and probiotics to help with my gut health will help kickstart some of this stuff. And of course, one of the biggest pieces when it comes to trying to cure our bodies, or in my case, balance out my hormones, is what we eat, which is why I want to take you guys through how I've changed and switched my diet over the past couple of days to help me balance out my hormones, get my mood back on track, minimize bloating, and ultimately just feel better. This magnesium is so big. We're gonna be making food for this entire week, in case you're wondering why I'm making like 12 chicken tenders. I've talked about this a little bit before, but I don't really meal prep, but I will make like protein in bulk because then that's normally the thing that takes the longest to make. One big change I've made since the last What I Eat in a Day is now only eating about 2 meals a day and 1 to 2 snacks. And within those meals, I try to make them a little bit smaller. So really focusing in on the portion size, because when I eat a lot all at once, that's when I immediately bloat. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you tat it up. All the other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. Here we have meal number 1 of the day. I actually started running out of romaine lettuce, so the lettuce is a little bit weak because a lot of it went bad. I tried adding some other stuff to spice it up, like the garlic croutons, tomatoes, red onion, and then for chicken, I have 2 chicken tenders, which is probably gonna be roughly around 15 to 18 grams of protein. For dressing, which I'm so excited about. This is my favorite type of salad dressing, so I'm gonna squeeze fresh lime over top, black pepper, which I'm running real low on black pepper, a pinch of salt, and when I say a pinch, I really mean a pinch because sodium does bloat you, and since we're trying to minimize bloating, doing too much salt will be bad. Black sesame seeds to top it off because this is going to help balance my hormones, and then just a little bit of olive oil to help seal it all in. Can I just pop in for a second? This is the perfect balance between flavor and sweetness. It's not too sweet, but you can also taste the watermelon-y crisp flavor with every sip. This is probably one of my favorite products by them by far. It's so good. Like, it's so good. If you want to get 20% off this delicious collagen powder, it's called Inno, but it's the flavor watermelon, which I highly recommend. You can use Alaias.Fit at checkout, or you can use the link in my description box below. So we're gonna make a little snack. I'm so excited, primarily because I love food, but also because I love the snack we're about to make. Honestly, I like making my smoothies rather than buying them. Number one, you're saving money because those smoothies are like $5 to $8 sometimes. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm literally about to drink this whole thing in 2 seconds. If you haven't already, make a smoothie. Make a smoothie today. Save a life. Save a life. It's technically my rest day, but it's really nice out and I feel like I've just been working in the house all day. So we're gonna go for a quick little walk, but first, dishes. Just take a moment of appreciation for how good this looks. This also shows you guys how I meal prep because I don't really meal prep, but for protein and veggies, sometimes when I'm cooking, I'll just cook a bunch all at once.